What's good, YouTube? We got another episode of You Be the Judge. And we got Mr. Hot Take with us today, Sean. So
hot take. I have no hot takes. I have solid takes.
So the player that's on the stand today is Mr. Michael Pittman Jr. And hey, let's get it started because this is Sean guy. Because I can't pull the trigger. Can't pull the trigger myself. So since this your guy, I'm gonna let you go first. What's your point?
All right. My first point is going to be that he's one of the cheapest wide receivers, ones that you can get in fantasy football for NFL team. The only one that's cheaper than him is Keon Coleman, and he's going around later. And I'd rather have Michael Pittman over Coleman as well. Going around Michael Pittman is Darnell Mooney, and Jaden Higgins. So when I'm looking at this, all people are already grabbing wide receiver twos. Why are you skipping on a wide receiver one? I know that he's got Anthony Richardson there, but it's still wide receiver one. He's still going to be a major part of that game plan. And that's just a guy that I'm going to want to go out and get because he's going to be on the field. Last year he had a down year. He's got the back problems. I don't want to keep going because I think I'm going to get into my other points, which is what I did last time.
So you was talking about where he's going, and even at his ADP, there's other players that I would rather have. And I was gonna go off the fantasy pros ADP, but I got a live draft I'm in right now, redraft. I'm at the end of the 15th round, last pick. Michael Pittman went 12-4, so the 12-4. These are some wide receivers that end up going before Mr. Pittman. So Jaden Higgins, Josh Down, his teammate, Jennings, Shaheed, Shakir, Cup, and then Pittman went. Right after him in the same round, it was Marvin Mims, and Wan'Dale Robinson. So I don't even know if I'm not even sure if I want Pittman over Mims.
The wide receiver 3 on a team. You're going to pass up a wide receiver 1.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not even sure. I'll have to see where exactly I have them in my rankings. I probably push Mims down only because he's a late round, but I'm sure as far as my rankings, they're probably not that far apart. Where is Pittman at?
Oh, I doubt they won't be far apart because as long as Anthony Richardson's the start quarterback, they'll probably have the same boom bust games. You know what I mean?
Which goes into my second point. Mr. Anthony Richardson. That's why I don't want any part of Michael Pittman, because we don't have a person who we know for sure is going to have the job there. And guess what? I can see if the backup was Mac Jones. If the backup was Mac Jones, okay. I know Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson, hands down. It's only a matter of time before Mac Jones gets the job, and I guarantee you won't lose it. But this is Daniel Jones. We got different Joneses. Daniel Jones, I'm not sure about. I don't have high regards of him as a QB. Matter of fact, I think even when he get the reins, he's going to lose it. It's going to be a merry-go-round of Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones because both of them are bad quarterbacks. Now, I got some stats. These are the numbers. So this is why you should be so scared of him with Anthony Richardson. These are the numbers when he have Anthony Richardson. 7.1, 5.1. This is the games he played the whole game. 7.6, 9.3, 2.6, 9.6, 15.6. Oh, a usable weed. Yay. 9.2, 9.8. He averaged 8.4 points when Anthony Richardson started the whole game. Get him out of here, coach. You are not fantasy usable for me. That's a bench player, not even a flex player. What you got for me, Sean?
That's with Anthony Richardson, though, and I believe he's not going to be the starting quarterback. And even if he is week 1, I don't think he is by week 3. He's going to have a short leash. So with Daniel Jones, I know the numbers are horrible with him, but you look at Pittman's numbers last year when Anthony Richardson was hurt. He put up 5 games over 10 points, and he had 1 game over 20 with Joe Flacco in weeks 4, 5, 6, and 17 when Anthony Richardson was out. Now you go to Daniel Jones, who was on a team that had a horrible offensive line. They draft guys, but they don't know how to groom them. They've just been horrible for the Giants forever. And he played the first 10 weeks. And with Malik Nabers, he had him 5 games over 10 points and 2 over 20 before he was yanked, and they went on with what they were going to do for the Giants. So Daniel Jones can support this guy. And yeah, going with his ADP with Anthony Richardson, even where you got him going in the 12th in yours, that's probably his worth with Anthony Richardson. So you're getting somebody that, that's a safe floor that you're going to have there. But if Daniel Jones gets that job, now you're bumping up 3-4 rounds where he's going to be more usable. He's going to be a flex guy that you can start, maybe even put him in as a wide receiver on like bye weeks where you don't even need him in the flex spot.
So you telling me you think if they switch to Daniel Jones by week 4, Daniel Jones won't lose the job?
I'm not saying he won't lose it. I'm saying he'll support Pittman like a wide receiver 1. He'll throw him the ball because he can make those throws that Anthony Richardson can't. Anthony Richardson is a trash QB. I'm a Gators fan. I know how bad he is. He's going to have 3-4 horrible games. He's going to put something together at the end of one game where he's going to look great. He's going to be horrible for another 3-4 games. Then he'll throw one amazing pass. Then he'll come out and have a good game with he's running and stuff. And he's just not made for the NFL. Like, not at the quarterback position. He just doesn't have. I don't know what. He's lacking the football IQ to do what he needs to do at the football position, the quarterback position there. And it's clearly obvious this offseason he's hurt already with his shoulder. The first play of the game, he gets sacked and he's hurt. And Daniel Jones is already getting more reps than him at the wide receiver position, or the quarterback position. So it's going to be just a matter of time before he takes that job. I don't even know if Anthony Richardson comes into the preseason as a quarterback.
So it feels like I'm paying for a part-time player. And I have to gamble who has the job during my fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, but we're looking at 10th and a 12th round guy compared to these other guys. You think Mooney's going to be getting targets like crazy come the end of the season?
If Mooney was healthy, because I heard he had dealing with a shoulder injury, I want Mooney hands down. I want Mooney over Pittman if he's healthy. But what's your third point?
Well, my third point is his ADP range, whether that be in the 10th round or the 12th round like yours. You look at the running backs, you got J.K. Dobbins. He's got R.J. Harvey nipping at his heels. Tank Bigsby. He's got Michelle Tootin there, and he's still got Travis Etienne that's in front of him. Brandon Ayuk, who's like going to miss the first 6 weeks, they've already said, because he's going to start on the PUP list. You look at tight ends, you're going Jonnu Smith, Tucker Kraft. Why not just wait till the last round or two at this point? Because it doesn't really matter and just hope you luck out. And then wide receiver-wise, you got Darnell Mooney, Higgins, and then the guys that you brought up. Josh Downs, who's on his own team, but he's going to be checked down Charlie for Anthony Richardson, where Daniel Jones will like to move the ball down a little bit more. Shaheed, like that Saints offensive line is horrible. That team's going to struggle all year. No way I'm looking at Shaheed for anything much. Shakir, I don't know. He's got that hamstring injury going on this year. Cup, new team. I don't think he's going to be the focal point of that offense. So that's why I'm taking Pittman, because at least he'll be the focal point. And then Mims and him, I think that's an interesting one. Like, I could go either way on that one.
Okay, so I'm going to name some wide receivers to figure out exactly, where the love starts, so for Pittman. So Matthew Golden or Pittman?
Yeah, definitely Pittman.
Woo! So let me go up again, because Matthew Golden is wide receiver 44. Khalil Shakur or Pittman?
For the Bills?
Yes, Shakur.
Pittman.
Here or whatever. Pittman, okay. Wide receiver 42. Jennings for the 49ers.
Pittman.
Woo! At 41, Jacoby Byers or Pittman?
That one I'd go Myers, because I think they're going to finish around the same, but Myers is like for sure going to finish there.
Just to make sure, Cooper Kupp or Pittman?
Pittman.
Woo! So Kupp is at 40. Stephon Diggs or Pittman?
Probably Diggs.
Okay. Jordan Addison or Pittman?
Addison.
Okay, so that's what it stopped. It stopped around wide receiver 40. So you got him more so wide receiver 40 when his actual ADP is wide receiver 49. So that's where the love at. All right, let's get to my third point, which I already touched on a little bit. Daniel F. and Jones. Once you get out the cloudiness of Anthony Richardson, the backup is Daniel Jones, who you get switched to. And he was able to support one wide receiver last year, When that wide receiver got hurt, he was able to support the next wide receiver in line. I don't know if he can support two wide receivers, and right now his teammate is going above him.
Yeah, but that's only because Anthony Richardson can't throw to the outside. And where's Josh Downs play? In that short little slot area. Well, you can't run the ball once like that. So it's only going to be a matter of time before Anthony Richardson gets benched. Like they're probably going to come out week one with him because they spent such a high draft capital, got to back it up. But they're not going to see anything that first 3 games. That's why I think it's Daniel Jones week 4 on.
But Daniel Jones, main guy he don't like to throw. It's not the outside is the main guy he like to throw to. He loves slot players. He love them.
Well, he likes them, but he also likes the outside guys too because he likes the big play. But he knows how to check down. Like Daniel Jones, I think is going to take a step and surprise people, kind of like when Jared Goff did when he went to the Lions, because he's going to have a line where he's going to feel protected. Every play for the Giants, it's like somebody's in the backfield in like 2.5 seconds.
Well, it's just the whole quarterback situation that just turns me off.
So which one do you find is a worse quarterback situation? The Colts or the Saints?
For wide receivers, I'm guessing. I'm not even sure because I don't know. I don't know how Shuck plays. I don't. I would bet against Shuck.
So would I. He's a 7-year starter, and he only broke out in his last year after being in the league for 7 years. Well, you should. You're 25. Everybody else is 20.
But with Shaheed, he's a speed guy. I don't want neither one of the situations. I mean, at the end of the day, at the ADP, you're just swinging for the fences. You're swinging for the fences. So let's come to our closing argument. I'll let you go second since you're the guest. And I'll take the stand. So, as I said, the situation is horrendous with the Colts. The quarterbacks are trash. You get past one piece of trash, you get another piece of trash. And I'd rather my wide receivers I draft not have ass quarterbacks. It's just not gonna go well. We know as individual, Anthony Richardson just drafted him as a quarterback. He's gonna get you fantasy points. He's just trash when it comes to getting his wide receivers fantasy points. So if you thinking he's gonna start even half the games, you can wipe that out. Whoever player you draft will be on the bench half the game. Now you hoping Daniel Jones could support whatever wide receivers you draft on the Colts. As good as you feel Downs is he gonna throw the ball to Downs or is he gonna throw it to Pittman? Because I don't think he's gonna be able to support 2 wide receivers to make them 2 fantasy relevant wide receivers. I don't think both of those players could be put in your flex spot if Daniel Jones is starting. I don't think you can be that confident to put both of them players there. So you're going to have to choose one. Is it Michael Pittman or is it Josh Downs? And that's if he's able to support them fantasy-wise. That's if. Because we hoping after we've seen him do it for Neighbors that he can come to the Colts and do it. But if you asking him to do it for 2 wide receivers, I think you are asking for too much. So Michael Pittman, good luck. This feels like a roulette roll. This feels like you can look like a genius. Hold up, load the gun. You can look like a genius or you can look like a dummy. And I'd rather not blow my own brains out, so I choose not to even pick up the gun.
All right. Well, let's be honest here. We're talking around 10s to 12s. They're all roulette. shots at this point. They're all easy cut baits. But Michael Pittman last year had the back injury that lingered. He was playing with a broken back. He's had that fixed now. That's also hurting against him on his ADP. I don't think Anthony Richardson's going to support him to do much, but even still with Anthony Richardson last year, he put up over 100 points in fantasy. He had 121 fantasy points, 3 touchdowns on 101 targets. So you know he's getting over 100 targets. There's not many people going around his ADP at that time that's even going to touch the ball 100 times. So give me the guy that I know or have the opportunity at least to touch the ball 100 times. He caught 60 of them, but struggled a bit with bad throws from Anthony Richardson. That Daniel Jones is a little bit more accurate, and I think we'll get him the ball. And the guy that I think he's going to support when Daniel Jones comes in is Michael Pittman. And you don't want to miss out on those games because he will support him like a wide receiver one.
All right, there you have it, folks. You heard 3 points from each of us and a closing argument. We stating our case for and against. So, of course, it comes to the point where you be the judge. All right, people. Peace.
Court's adjourned.